Hello everyone, my name is Benji and welcome back to Exogenesis. Now, I don't have all that much time here to record an episode. Uh-oh. That's not good. However, I want to show off kind of what I've been doing. I've been just trying to capture some zones here in the meantime. And I'm experimenting around with some of the tier 3 units. Now, this thing has really awful building damage, and I didn't realize that before I built it. However, it has a very special ability that I did not realize. That special ability is this. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it does do a very decent amount when it comes to disrupting power grids. Like, look at the damage that it does to the solar panels and the power nodes. It's kind of bonkers. So that's why that guy's really cool. And I haven't even tried these guys yet, but I'm very excited because they're cluster scatter bombers. And they also have a lot of health. Huh. So it looks like, I think the best way perhaps to do these guys is like target and then make sure that they go beyond. Yeah. Target and then make sure they go beyond. Ah, man, I lost one. They're expensive too, so I was really trying not to lose any right there. Unfortunately, I did. So let's see how the tier 2 flyers do against a fuse. Well, they have piercing shots and they outrange it, so obviously pretty good. Now, I want to see what this guy can do against these things. Also, they just do really, like, this thing does really good unit damage. Like, it's very much a unit-on-unit combatant, as I've noticed. Like, look at that. Look at what it's doing there. What the heck just happened to all my flyers? Where'd they go? Did they explode or something? They did, they exploded. Why did they explode? I'm gonna have to watch back the footage. I don't know what just caused that. And I'm actually a little bit upset about it. Because those guys are expensive. And they just exploded for literally no reason. Oh my gosh. He lost a lot of health right there. Let's get him out of there. So I only have one of him. Why are they not firing? Okay, but then they fire when I untarget them? I don't know what's going on with these guys. These guys seem a little bit weird. I won't lie. They seem just a touch odd. What other units can I mess around with while I'm here? I mean, I guess I could... Minus 85 building damage, minus 75 building damage, minus 60 building damage. That's the thing, like, half of these have hits to the building damage, and I'm like, no! I don't want hits to the building damage. That's like the one thing that I need is building damage right now. It's just a little bit obnoxious. Like, these guys do great work. But we already figured that out, so I want to try new things, you know? Like, look at them. Look at them go. They just tear through things. Also, these alpha walls. These alpha walls are rather obnoxious. Okay, they do better at slight range because of the curving. What the heck? Is it healing me? It is, it's healing me. They heal your allies? What? Alright, these things are just awesome supports, I guess. You know, this is a support unit. There's no way that this is anything other than a support unit. Like, you cannot convince me that these guys are not support units, because that's just ridiculous. The fact that they heal... Yeah, see, they just get stuck sometimes. But then, yeah, they get healed. So that guy's 100% just, like, a healer. Like, that's just what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to heal. And that's his job, is just to heal and disrupt power systems. But Future Benji is gonna bring you guys back in here in a second. After I do this little attack run. Make sure I don't lose anyone in the time. That's absolutely wild. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, that's about it for now. So, Future Benji will bring you guys back in. Okay, Future Benji, who actually has time for recording and stuff. So I went through and we have now unlocked a whole bunch of things. Since we have titanium, we unlocked the Terrace, Irises, and Aster, which I will be showing off here shortly. We also can take another look at the Tier 3 Genesux units, which are the Cooper and the Kentaurus, which are very, very nice. I think the Cooper is better than the Kentaurus, but I also just think that the Tier 2 of each is just better in general. Because the Cooper has a minus 80% to the building damage. Like, it has super long range, so it's really good for, like, power disruption at range. And then it's not really doing it there. I'll go ahead and grab this guy because he's not really doing anything. No, it's not even doing it now either. That's weird. I don't know why it's not doing it, but we saw earlier all of the arcing lightning. Now, these things are very odd. They work a lot better when you manually target because of the slow firing rate. So that's something to kind of note. Now, diving into the little Tier 1 guy, the little Terras, he's so cute. So all three of the Valvanite units self-heal and also heal other units. This one has a minus 80% building damage, but it does shoot piercing bolts, which is very nice. Very good for, like, clustered unit combat. These will be very, very handy in, like, early defensive positions later on. And then the, what's this one called? The Irises is very similar, also has the self-healing ability, but shoots a range of arc stars. And that can be changed as you go as well. And then the same thing, it does have building damage reduction. It has a little bit of a firing bias, so, but not too bad overall. And then the last one, I actually have not checked out yet, but they are all very fast. This one has a pretty decent fire rate. It seems like a long-range mortar shot, which is very, very nice. So, just something to keep in mind there. Let's see if that's long enough. It is long enough range. And this one has the lowest building reduction. I think it's 65% building damage reduction. Something like that. And it's not bad overall. I still think these are a lot better for yeah, slow and corroded. So these guys are a lot better for unit-to-unit combat instead of building assault and building combat. Now, next up are the two tier 3 units for the Elysian faction, which are this one, the Strife, which is very slow. It's a mech unit. It's very, very slow. But it does have a really good flame, and then you can also see that nice surge bulleting effect. Again, also very good for unit-to-unit combat, I'm pretty sure. But then also, that fire wreaks absolute havoc. So if you can get this guy close to factories and close to the walls, it will melt through the defenses that are present in the zone. Like, just absolutely melt through. Very, very good in close quarters combat. And then the last one here is the Velton, which is the tier 3 of the Flyers. Now, this thing packs a punch. This thing is going to be amazing. Not to mention the shields are very nice when not confronted with energy weapons. Like, obviously, the lightning will take that shield and just completely and entirely obliterate it. But if there are no electrifying elements present, you can really see how one of these things on its own rips through these thorium walls. So an entire cluster of these guys is going to be absolutely and entirely just fantastic. So very, very, very much looking forward to having this guy on the battlefield with us. Now, in terms of things that we're going to do next, I've gone through and I've just been slowly unlocking all of the things for Thorium. Blast Factory and Pyrotite Factory are nice. They are more condensed versions of their predecessors, but they are more expensive. We kind of already went through that. They're more expensive in the units per second that they require, but not bad overall. Something that I'll still happily look into. The next two things that I really, really want to get into here, honestly, the Jupiteum seems pretty interesting. Thorium, titanium, silica, and water. That seems pretty interesting. And then where else? There was something else that was new. There, the Electro Arc Forge, titanium, copper, altuxium, and silica to make vanstanium steel, or vanstarium steel, rather, which is pretty nice. Then also we have the oil extractor, which is just sand and water to get me oil, and then the plastanium compressor, which is just oil and titanium to make plastanium, and then the multipress, which is coal and water to get graphite, but we already still have better from the Exogenesis mod. Even though we need more of them to get the same throughput, we have a better coal to graphite ratio in the 1-to-1 than the whole 6-to-4 thing. So that's something that we're not even going to really bother with for the Exogenesis playthrough. I think what I am going to do at this point is I really want to get somewhere that has a lot of room for us to actually be able to make these factories to do the big thing. And I think the best zone for that is probably going to be this one here, the 133. Because 133 only has a medium level threat. And you can also see if I launch just from there, not only is it not that difficult in terms of actually being able to capture this zone, I think I'll honestly be able to just get through here with either the tier 2s or the tier... either the tier 3 Elysian flyers, or the tier 2 Genesux crawlers, or even the tier 2 Genesux flyers will probably be good enough to make it through this. The alpha walls are going to be the biggest problem for us because of the electric arcing and all of that stuff, and it's just going to be a pain. But this zone has sand, it has thorium, it has ice, so very efficient water, it has titanium, and most importantly, it has a lot of space that we can use for design work. There's so much space that I can use to design different factories and different blueprints and all of that really good stuff. So I'm really going to dive in here and try to take care of all of that. I'll show the units in action if I can. I don't see why I wouldn't be able to, but if I can, I'll go on ahead and show that. One issue that I actually see right off the bat is a lack of sand that I am allowed to have access to. I mean, there's some down here, but I don't know if that'll get attacked. So that'll make making things a lot harder. But I'm just gonna go on ahead, get started here, and then once I have some blueprints for like the Electro Arc Forge and stuff like that, I'll bring you guys back in. See you soon. Alright, bringing you guys back in now that I have officially gotten unit production set up, done, and dealt with. Which took a significant amount of time because, like I mentioned, the only sand is way down here in the south, or at least the only sand that's accessible to me at the moment is way down here at the south. But these tier 3s, the Veltons, are just being absolutely fantastic. They are shredding through things, and 2 of them was powerful enough. Here, you know what? I'll just show you. Watch this. Didn't even... Well, the reason why their shields went down is because of the alpha walls. That's not because of anything else. That's not because of the fuses. Usually the fuses are like a huge issue for the vanilla units because they're such high damage, they're such close range. It's just an absolute pain in the butt, but not for the modded units. The modded units take most things down before anything else even has time to flinch. Like, the hardest thing for me to deal with right now has quite literally been the alpha walls. The alpha walls just throw so much lightning at me, and the lightning that they throw at me hurts really bad. See? It hurts really, really bad. So I just have to beware of the alpha walls, in all honesty. And other than that, this zone is going to be a piece of cake. I just wanted to kind of showcase the Veltons and how good they're doing. I'll bring you guys back in here in a minute once I get some designs up and running. See you soon. So what just happened, I really wish I was recording, I lost all 5 to 1 alpha wall. I lost all 5 in literally an instant because of the alpha wall lightning. I have no words, in all honesty. I have no words because the alpha walls are just so ridiculously powerful that they just demolish you without even a second thought. They do not care at all. They just destroy you. So, for anybody who's playing through Exogenesis with me here, beware the alpha walls, I guess. That's my advice. I promise next time will be the designs. Okay, so I know I promised that the next time would be designs, but I really want to see how they do against a Spectre. They demolished it. Literally destroyed it. Now, that was only 1 Spectre, but they melted it. They melted the shit out of that. I'm gonna let their shields... Well, shit. I forgot that I'm a target. Now, most of that damage right there was from the alpha walls, believe it or not. Now, let's go in from behind here. Bingo. Got it. Oh my gosh. The alpha walls are terrible. Like, watch this. I'm gonna sacrifice all 10 because I don't care, and I'm gonna just demolish the factory anyway. Watch this. They didn't even put a dent in any of them. That's how stupid it is. That's how dumb the alpha walls are. And it's not so much that they're dumb, that's how powerful the alpha walls are. They're so powerful to the point where it just demolishes everything. It doesn't even give me a chance, an opportunity to rectify that. It doesn't even, it doesn't even try to let me have that as an option. It does not try. And yeah, no, that aggravates me a little bit, but it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Anyway, I'm gonna do the exact same thing that I did for the Surge before, where I just have it as a core attachment because it requires 4 things that I'm always gonna have in the core. So I figure I may as well have it just as a core attachment anyway, you know? Like, I'm gonna get rid of this one, and I'm gonna build it on that side of things here. Because that'll be easier to do. I think we have a little bit space on this side as well. So let me get rid of these, and let me just kind of show off my design process here a little bit. So underflow gates are much better than using routers. They're a lot more efficient. And then Surge Smelter. And then we can just take this again. Aw, man. It's one short. Well, you know what? We can get rid of that. We can copy this. We can put it there. We can get rid of this. We can copy this. We can put it there. And then we can put it here, here, here. That'll do the exact same thing. And then this can just get fed. That. And now we have Surge being made on Surpulo. Isn't that cool? And then I can literally just do this as Surge. And then I can add icon tag, Surge, add nothing else. Yeah, no. Simple. Super duper simple, not hard at all. Now, these other ones I'm actually gonna need to really put some work into, like the Electro Arc Forge, because it requires silica and altuxium and copper, but altuxium is just silica and copper. So I feel like there's a way for me to incorporate the altuxium forges, these things, the fuser ovens, into this design and just have it straight out of the gate. And then for the Jupiteum needing the water, I feel like there's also probably a way that I can just do that. And then the 7 per second thorium, this will probably have to end up being a standalone because otherwise I'm going to need 2 input belts of thorium, and that just seems inconvenient. But I'll mess around with it, and I'll be back soon. Alright, design number 1 has been finished, so instead of taking an input of 4 things, including the altuxium itself, this design takes as input 3 things and then makes the altuxium completely and entirely on its own. So this is going to be really handy for us, and I'll go on ahead and pretty sure it's called Van Starium Steel. If I could type Van Starium Steel T1. And then we'll go on ahead and give this the exo tag, because I can't actually tag modded items. And yes, that is Thorium steel. So once again, all of these blueprints are going to be in the Discord. The Discord link is in the description, so if you would like to join, please feel free to. You never have to. I'm never going to pressure you to, but we're always going to appreciate it if you guys end up wanting to come and hang out with us. So yeah. Also, if you want my blueprints, that's the only place that you're going to be able to find them. They're going to be a .msch file, so enjoy that and implementing those. It was a lot of fun for me the first time I was figuring it out, so I hope you enjoy with that as well. I'm going to go on ahead now, and I'm going to get to work on the next design, which is for the Jupiterium. And I will see you guys in a second. Okay, so that actually did not take me very long at all. So this is the blueprint design that I ended up coming up with for the Jupiterium. It's pretty simple, and it operates pretty much in the exact same way as this, except I ended up having the output belts on a different side. So the output belts are on the same side as the titanium and silica inputs, and then I'm actually going to reverse these because I feel like that's going to look a lot cooler and also just symmetrical. And then the thorium inputs are on the same side as the water. So this way I didn't end up having to deal with the whole fluids and 3 input materials all on the same side. I can only deal with having the fluid inputs and 1 very high throughput thing, because like these take 7 thorium per second. Granted, I get 4 Jupiterium per second in exchange, but that's a lot of thorium. Like, these things do not mine fast. They do not mine very fast at all. In fact, this is covering almost the full amount of nodes, and it is 2/3 the speed. The 2/3 of the drill speed of what a normal ore would be. So that's not a ton of fun. Now, I do want to go on ahead and put this over here so that I can actually blueprint it properly. And then that one didn't work, of course. So let me get rid of this. Get rid of this. So I have it so that it crosses over, just for simplicity's sake. So T1, because I can't remember how to spell. So Jup T1. Now, I really want to see real quick before we end the episode, because that is going to be it for today. We can't do this because it's in the wrong spot. Nothing else is really purposeful as of right now. Thorium reactor will be cool to have. Surge walls are going to be cool to have. Here we go. A tough wall that absorbs hits from enemies and then releases it in large lightning arcs. 2,520 health, which is almost as much as a large thorium wall. Lots and lots and lots of health. It's more than a titanium wall. Takes Thorium steel and surge, lightning damage 48, and a 60% chance of having that lightning arc, which is just obnoxious. Ruiner, a cannon-like turret that has lots of range and can fire large and forceful bullets with thorium, surge alloy, and blast compound. 1.5 per second, Thorium steel, osmium, pretty decent cost. 90 damage with a triple ammo multiplier, 136 damage, 10 times lightning with 10 damage each, and double pierce. Honestly, I think that thorium is going to be the best for that. All the rest of that is vanilla, but let's go check out the Elysian tree. So now the Elysian tree has the Divinity core. Very large core with the Asgard. Has a large unit capacity, decent health, and storage. 16,000 items, 60 max active units, 1,000 Thorium steel in order to get that to happen, and 10,000 health. That's not bad at all. Nothing else unlocked there. Nothing else unlocked here. I bet the next thing that's going to unlock for the Genesux stuff is going to deal with the terraformed zone, which is something that I cannot do yet. I mean, technically I can. It's unlocked. It's right here. It's terraformed. But I don't feel like we're well equipped enough for that. So next episode, we're probably going to dive into some of the oil tech. We're going to head to tar fields and get the oil tech situation figured out. I don't know what the Jupiteum's for. The Jupiteum currently has no unlocks, so I guess we're just kind of going to be hanging around for a bit until Jupiteum has a purpose. It's built though, so we've got it. Thorium steel, same thing, it's built, we've got it. Surge, same thing, it's built, we got it, but we're just gonna have to wait and see, I guess. But that is going to be it for today, so thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, but without further ado, adios, sayonara, au revoir, hasta la vista, das vidania, wiedersehen, ciao, and goodbye. Please have yourselves all a fantastic rest of your day. Get some sleep if you need to. Don't forget to stay hydrated. This video is in the bag, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later, y'all.